Two winning teams meet on Thursday Night Football this week when the Cleveland Browns travel to Cincinnati to face their division rival Bengals. Cincinnati a 6-point favorite on BETDAQ, 45 the total in this game. Now the Bengals and the Browns both traditional losers, so it's pretty rare for both these teams to have winning records this late in the season. Just how rare, you ask? Well, it's been since December 14th, 1986 since both Cleveland and Cincinnati have been above 500 Week 10 or later, so this game historic in some respects. Now, even though both these teams winners at the moment, Cleveland at 5-3, Cincinnati at 5-2-1, neither team playing their best football right now. The Bengals just 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games. The Browns, meanwhile, even though they've won their past 2 games, you look at their last 3 games, they faced Jacksonville, Oakland, and Tampa Bay, probably the worst 3 teams in the NFL. They lost one of those games, 24-6 to Jacksonville. That the Jaguars' only win of the season. In their past 2 games, even though they've both been at home, they've struggled to beat both Oakland and Tampa Bay. So the Browns having trouble against the dregs of the league. The Bengals, meanwhile, have covered just once in their past 5 games. Where are we to go from here? I think we should start with the fact that Cincinnati, a very good home team, 14-4 against the spread in their last 18 home games. That includes an against the spread loss last week when they only won by 10 over Jacksonville. They were 11-point favorites in that game. So the Bengals, a different team at home, especially on offense. Their offense so much better at home. They're averaging 30.8 points per game at home this season. They've got A.J. Green, their best offensive player, back in the fold now, and they're facing a Cleveland defense that has been terrible this season. The Browns, 28th in total defense. They're especially bad against the run, 31st against the run. Only the Green Bay Packers allowing more rushing yards this season than the Cleveland Browns. And the Bengals, a top 10 rushing offense. Giovanni Bernard still not expected to play. No worry, though. They got LSU rookie Jeremy Hill, who last week ran for 154 yards and 2 scores in Cincinnati's win over Jacksonville. So look, I think the Bengals offense going to have lots of success here. Now, Cincinnati has struggled on defense this season. It's been a surprise. They were so good on that side of the ball last year, but they have been bad on that side of the ball this season, 30th in total defense. And they are shorthanded in this game, missing their 2 best linebackers, Vontaze Burfict and Ray Maluga, and probably their best cornerback in Leon Hall. However, they're facing a Cleveland offense that has really been having a hard time moving the ball ever since losing center Alex Mack 4 weeks ago. Up to that point, the Browns were a top 10 rushing offense. They hang their hat on the running game. They were averaging nearly 140 yards per game on the ground. Since losing Mack, however, despite facing 3 of the worst defenses in the NFL, the Browns have averaged fewer than 60 rushing yards per game. And this offense, especially since Josh Gordon is still suspended, Josh Gordon's still out for a couple of more weeks, this offense not equipped to be a pass-first offense. So look, I think you got to lean in the Cincinnati direction here, even though the 6-point number probably more than is ideal. If I was a Bengals bettor, I would have been rooting for a 4 or 4.5 point number. I thought the number in this game was going to be 4.5 or 5. Still, even though it is Cincinnati -6, given the success the Bengals have had on offense at home this season, and given the continued struggles of the Browns defense, you'd have to think Andy Dalton and this Cincinnati offense going to be able to light up the scoreboard in this game. And I just don't see Cleveland lighting up the scoreboard against anybody right now. They've had golden opportunities in each of their past 3 weeks, facing Jacksonville, Oakland, and Tampa Bay. They haven't been able to get the offense moving in any of those games, so I doubt they're going to be able to get that offense moving on the road in Cincinnati, even against a shorthanded Bengals defense. So I like Cincinnati -6 here. I also have a lean towards over 45. Just think the Bengals are going to have no trouble going up and down the field. Think they're going to top 30 points by themselves.